Hello and welcome. I'm the creator and developer of the IEL Institute for the Spiritual Arts, an online program and membership platform designed to help those interested in learning more about the metaphysical or developing their skills in the area of the spiritual arts. I'm also the inventor of the Forsyth Crystal Light Table as seen behind me today. I'm a builder at heart, and I build custom crystal beds for spas, professionals, energy practitioners, and individuals for home use. Today's subject is about crystals and crystal therapy. I received my first fine-cut Vogel crystal in 2006, and I've been working with crystals ever since. At the IEL Institute, we have a module dedicated to crystal therapy, and there is a lot to learn and know about crystals. My own thirst for knowledge led me to read and learn more about Dr. Marcel Vogel, who was an IBM scientist, a senior scientist, who was given free rein in the laboratory to work on anything he wanted. And part of his passion led him to work with crystals. He developed the crystal cutting technology that we enjoy today. But most of his discoveries around crystals came from a scientific standpoint, from his study of crystals in the laboratory. And it was through this study and through these laboratory experiments that we learned a whole lot about crystals. One thing we learned is that crystals are programmed in the earth where they are seeded and grown. They're programmed for the animals, for the trees, for the plants, for everything in their environment. They carry a programming. Once they're dug out of the ground, they maintain that programming. Not all crystals are interested in healing humans. And so when we work with crystals, we want to really feel confident that we're doing the right thing with this valuable earth resource. In order to move energy for healing, they need to be reprogrammed. And to give you an example, a raw crystal on a scale of 10, 0 the least, 10 the most, might move energy related to its own properties at about a 1 or a 2. A fine cut crystal might run energy with those properties at an 8, a 9, or a 10. And so it can be fun to work with raw crystals, and it can be effective. If you're interested in working at the highest level, you might consider a fine cut crystal, and one that is cut by a lapidary artist that understands the crystal, that puts the love, the intention, and the proper cut to move the most energy. One of the most common mistakes that I hear is from people that have studied under someone that claims to know a lot about crystals. And it does get a little irritating to hear the same things over and over again. One of those things is to put your crystals under water. Don't ever, ever put your crystal under water. Marcel Vogel developed a machine, the Omega machine, the Omega device, that measured vibrations of a crystal. And once a crystal was put under water, all the vibration was gone. Marcel Vogel said it was like putting a battery underwater. The water, with its connectivity, shorts out the electricity found in the crystal, which the crystal delivers a low dose of natural radiation. So if you're putting your crystal under the water, you're robbing it of every single bit of its energy. And it mystifies me how some people that claim to teach about crystals will tell someone else to put their crystal under the water. Another common misconception is charging your crystal under the sunlight. Now, the sunlight does deliver life force energy, but in a very short period of time, it'll start to crack the exterior of the crystal to develop fissures and cracks that also take the energy out of the crystal. So if you're going to charge your crystal in the sun, you want to do it in very brief bites, 10 to 15 minutes maximum. Putting them under the moonlight is also something that is taught, and that can work well. The crystal can absorb the moonlight, and there is no ill effect to the crystal, but it is a very low dose because it's actually getting a reflection of the sun. And so there is a small benefit to that, but not a large one. And then there's those that say put the crystal in salt. And I understand this idea that salt will draw toxins out of the human body. It'll also draw the negativity out of the crystal. So while there can be some value, everything I just mentioned does not address the reprogramming of the crystal. If you've discharged all the energy of the crystal, what's it going to do for you from a healing perspective? The tried and true method that has been tested by a scientist is using the breath release or the forced breath process to cleanse and recharge and reprogram your crystal. And this is a process that needs to be done on every facet of the crystal. So if you've got a raw crystal and you're doing forced breath, you're probably going to hyperventilate before you get done with that crystal. But there are ways to test the crystal yourself to see if, one, you've been able to clear the crystal, and two, you've been able to reprogram the crystal. It's really not that difficult. But if you want to learn more about crystal therapy, how to charge your crystal, how to remove the negativity out of it, you might consider the module dedicated to crystal therapy at the IEL Institute for the Spiritual Arts. And you can visit us at our website to read articles and to see more, or even to join. It's a free membership. The modules do cost, but you can join and get the benefit of some of the articles and the videos from the IEL Institute for the Spiritual Arts. And even if you don't act on that and take a look at the IEL Institute, be sure that any program you take does not teach you to put your crystals under the water. Thanks a lot for watching, and until we meet again, happy trails.